Hi, welcome back. Okay, sorry, been one of those days. Okay, so this time I think we're just gonna go straight into. Let's see. I think Novaria, just because I like doing Novaria first because you got Liara in it. I don't know. I just think it works better. Novaria is also one where
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
I like Novaria because it can be very contentious, and it's another one of those where there's definitely a right way to do certain things, especially the Gianna Parasini internal affairs thing. And there's a way to do it that is just not great for anyone involved at all. I'm gonna take Rex with me. I normally don't, right? Because normal playthroughs,
Equalizing interior
I let the
pressure
Rachni
with
live.
Exterior
Well,
atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore.
and if you
Exo
know anything
Presley
about
has the deck.
the Krogans, you know that they are very much not fans of. I like that effect works. They're very much not fans of the Rachni. Understandable, but that's why I normally don't take them along, because I just, for the sake of the story, it doesn't make much sense to have him along when you're also going to let the Rachni go.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons.
Against a Spectre.
1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
God, I fucking hate her. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense for Matsuo, who seems to be a professional person who, unlike Kyra Sterling here, has a good head on her shoulders. Why would you start your interaction with a Spectre so confrontationally?
Weapon protectors, don't mind the alarms. I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone pissed in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
We talked about her before. But things change when you're up against something. If it's her or me, who would you shoot?
I meant what I said before. Her actions are wrong. If you would feel safer leaving me on the Normandy, I will stay. But I would like to see her. Maybe I can persuade her to come peacefully.
I don't think that's likely. But you can try.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Yeah, so I like to bring Liara because of the confrontation with her mother. I like to do that just regardless because I think it's good to give her that closure. But it's still necessarily tragic just because of the fact that,
for your own safety and to protect the
well, you
privacy
can have a
of
conversation with her
you
mother
are
who
required to obey
are
any
on different
directions
sides.
given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
This is also an area where mods have helped enormously. This area actually looks like a place of business as opposed to an empty room with a Hanar just standing in it.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanchan. News travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the... This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate. Maybe later. Right now, I need supplies. Of course. This one apologizes for inconvenience.
Oh, there we go. And an upgrade. Which is pretty much the only reason I came in here. You also get rapid transit here at Port Hanchan, which isn't necessarily like super necessary, but it is nice to have.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Analeas.
One moment, please. Mr. Analeas?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
1 second.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
You have a problem with colonials?
No appreciation for economics. Protectionists and communists, all of them. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
And I represent the second guessing of galactic law.
Just so we understand each other, I will not allow you to harass our clients. This world is private property.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Your weapon screening sucks, dude.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Dithered about. What a dick.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Henshan. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can bludgeon pretty hard.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
Tell me about the companies.
Over 250 high-tech...
This is an area where I'm just going to kind of steamroll through because
many protests. We have
XP.
17 research... Keen spends his days...
I've taken up enough of your
Not
time.
at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
or not. Either way.
You're the Spectre, right? Management told us not to talk.
What the hell? Oh my god, is it... Did I break it somehow?
Do
There
not
we
be
go.
fooled by these civilized surroundings. This is a place of secrets and lies.
Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Did you see an Asari matriarch recently?
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
Armed commandos were allowed on Novaria?
I don't know if they were disarmed. Of course, one can't confiscate biotic powers. Saren, and by extension, Benezia, is an important person. By that I mean an investor who might sell stock, if denied.
You know why Benezia is here?
She claimed to be Saren's assistant, here to get a certain project back on track. I suspect she meant Peak 15.
Is it so unusual to see a matriarch?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. To see such an esteemed figure is surprising. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstriped suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
I have a different question.
Humans are full of questions. I should write a book about it while I have the time to spare.
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analaeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analaeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analaeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analaeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion?
Ointment.
Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
So it's not specifically, like, necessary for me to play the Renegade, but I'm gonna anyway, just, I mean, for the most part, because I like Renegade Shepard.
Excuse me, I need the male human at the hotel bar. He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone.
God.
That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
The only reason I choose to do this, one, you can do it for extra XP or the credits if you really need them. One of the reasons why I like playing with New Game Plus or a save editor, because then you don't need to make decisions based on XP or credits.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
Actually, I wanted to warn you. An agent of the Aramali Council hired me to break into your network. She gave me this.
Oh, a cracking device. I appreciate your forthrightness, Shepard. Now that we know what to look for, our IT people can have a little fun with the Asari. We'll isolate their viruses and feed them false data. If you'll excuse me.
I like doing that because, one, I hate her with a passion. Two, not a big fan of industrial espionage either.
Any results?
Everything went as planned. You should see results soon.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Newton system. And I could disable security at synthetic insights. I'm not going to.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on Noveria now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time from the Traverse. Do you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with synthetic insights. The manager, Laura Key, got caught.
I like Lily here, X. He's a good character. I'll talk with him later. Before I leave Port Hanshin.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What'll you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under
Oh, fuck. That's not what
How about this?
That's not what I meant to do. Damn it! I'm gonna go back. I hate when that happens.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? The Administrator is an interesting man.
I said...
If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass. He's paying them under the table. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets.
That was my fault. Oh, my fault.
The male human at the hotel. He will assume you are here to investigate his company. It will upload. I've assembled a dossier on. I hope to hear from you soon.
See, this is how fast you can do it if all you do is skip through.
Mr. Vargas?
That's correct. Raphael.
It's amazing how fast you can actually get through this game if you don't read
Any
or
results?
listen to...
Everything went...
Excellent. Good day, Spectre.
If you don't read the dialogue or listen to the dialogue, you can go through this pretty damn quick.
I'm on Noveria now. I can't.
Okay.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is
What'll
sealed.
you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
I don't have time for this. Get the hell out of here or I'll start shooting.
You want to cause trouble?
Didn't even give her time to finish.
I will destroy you! Locked and loaded.
There we go. That's better. And now we get to kill this bitch.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Analeus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
If you want to fight, I'll give you one.
You talk the talk. See what you want.
Another reason why I like playing the game this way is, like, the things Shepard does, like, canonically, like, Paragon or Renegade, the things he does are freaking ridiculous. Like, he's a Special Forces operative who literally is, like, he's, like, on the level of Chris Redfield from Resident Evil for how ridiculously, like, tough he is. So, I mean, it makes sense to just completely wipe the floor with that one. Yes, I know. Some people find the combat in this game to be...
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Speak plain. What's your interest?
Not here, Spectre. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keene. I'll be waiting.
But I know some people find, like, the challenge and the combat and everything satisfying. And I have. But, again, for this playthrough, it's just like, Power Fantasy is fine because we're only here for the narrative.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
What do you want?
The Executive Board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the Board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, this month I stole 3 million credits. Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Once. Skin around my nails has just been great lately.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I'd like to help you, Miss Parasini, but I need Keen's garage pass. It's vital to my mission.
Yes, fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, the automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keen to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
I'll consider it and get back to you.
If you have any love for the law, you'll talk to Keen for me. Don't disappoint me. You know where I work. Come talk to me when you change your mind.
See, I don't like what I'm about to do. I don't. It feels bad, man. Kind of like the Mindwar survivor thing. It doesn't feel good. So, I do like Gianna Parasini. And she does come back in Mass Effect 2. Most of the time. Most of the time. I really like her. Most of the time, I have no problem going to Keen and convincing him to help. However, that is not Shepard's fate in this playthrough. Shepard does not get to help people without, like, consequence.
I am in the middle of 9 things, all of them annoying. What do you want now?
Your secretary is a plant for the executive board. Internal affairs, she said.
That is good to know. Would you mind stepping outside? I'm afraid I will have to let Miss Parasini go. It can't wait. Your mind has not been fully on your duty to me.
I don't understand, sir.
I'm not losing this job.
Ananias, if I don't report in, the board will figure it out. Put the weapon...
I said I'm not losing this job!
Yeah. I don't like that. Feels bad, man.
Mother of... Corporal, secure the area. Keep everyone out of here now!
Yes, ma'am.
What happened here, Commander Shepard?
Beats me. I just got here myself.
Where were you when this occurred? What did you see?
Analaeus called Gianna into his office. Then there were gunshots.
So you didn't actually witness anything. Still, I have to wonder why you didn't try to intervene.
My job isn't arresting criminals. It's shooting terrorists.
And I should not be telling you how to do your job. My apologies.
Yeah, maybe you should focus
Excuse
on
me,
your own
Commander.
people.
The death of an executive must always be filed in triplicate.
Yeah.
Please don't touch anything.
Does that include the safe? I'm assuming that includes the safe. Too bad. I touched stuff in the safe. Yeah, Matsuo doesn't even know that her own people were dirty and doing shakedowns for Analaeus. Yeah, maybe she should focus on her own job. I know, that's not really fair, but... I have a lot of investment in Mass Effect, right? Like, I love Mass Effect. I have a lot of Mass Effect merchandise. I mean, it's literally, I think, my favorite franchise. Andromeda was a bit of a disappointment, but that's neither here nor there. But I love Mass Effect. I love these characters. I love this story a lot. So doing this playthrough, where I have to do so many... I'm gonna end up doing a lot of bad things. You know, the Gianna Parasini, the Mindwar Survivor, stuff that we'll get into. It's gonna be a lot worse in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Mass Effect 1, a lot of the tragedy, the brutality, and the callousness is, I mean, it's pretty impersonal. You know, these random colonists, this random character that you just met, right? You don't really have a whole lot of time to get to know a lot of these characters. And there are ways to have tragic moments in Mass Effect 1. Motherfucker. But there are ways to have tragic moments in Mass Effect 1. But the real tragedy of the story actually comes in... I mean, there's some... It's higher in Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect 3, where the whole trilogy culminates, and the consequences of your actions really, really hit home. There is a lot more tragedy in that. There are some moments that I have a really hard time doing certain things because I like these characters so much, because I have so much emotional investment in them. And so I'm going to make jokes, right? I'm going to joke about bad things that I end up having to do to get this ultimate outcome, because that's the whole point of this playthrough, right? I'm going to make choices that end up with the worst possible outcome for Commander Shepard. Mainly because I think it's really cool how BioWare lets you do that. I liked that all the way back in Knights of the Old Republic. You know, you could choose to be Darkseid, and it wasn't just a... like, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, where you play as Kyle Katarn's apprentice, Jaden Core, was really cool, but there's a binary choice, right? The choice to either kill or spare Rosh, you know, is light side, dark side. And so there is a dark side ending, but it's very surface level. You get one choice, and in fairness, right, narratively it is still satisfying. Narratively, you know, it's built up where Jaden isn't totally light, totally dark. You know, it's Jaden's a real character, but you don't get a lot of choices in it. And I love Knights of the Old Republic in that you could choose to be casually brutal or callous, or just you could make decisions that were dark side throughout the game, and there was a, you know, the light side dark side balance, you know, gave you light side or dark side points depending on the things that you did. And I loved that BioWare let you do that. Too many morality systems are just, they're very all or nothing, or at least they were, right? It's become more common in games, but I like that BioWare took the time to write so many different choices, and not only that, there are a lot of actual consequences. Now, there's an argument to be made that Mass Effect 3, it kind of failed on some of its premise. I mean, say what you will, but the... One second here. The fleet battle, I think, was kind of programmed poorly. I think there was a way to make that more satisfying. The ground attack, I think there was a way to make your choices there more satisfying. Even just little things, you know, little more clips. And I can talk about that later too. But Mass Effect 3 did deliver on a lot of the really heavy emotional beats. What we're going to get into with Rex, for instance. That's not actually something that most people would choose, like these, you know, this pattern of events.
Why, Spectre? I thought you'd be cleaning up that nasty business between Analeus and his secretary.
About your evidence?
Yes, about that. It seems I no longer need it. Don't you agree?
Not so fast. You promised to pay me if I recovered this evidence.
Economics is supply and demand, Spectre. There is no longer a demand for what you supply.
Really? Because I was wondering how the board would feel about you wiretapping their administrator.
Peevish, I am sure. You are shrewd for a human. I appreciate that. I can provide 250 credits for, let us say, document recycling. I appreciate your help in this matter, despite the unexpected resolution.
I should let you go.
Let me go. Do humans consider conversation a form of imprisonment? That would explain why so few are willing to sit and talk.
I do, usually. I do, because there's too many people who seem to assume that you kind of owe them your attention when they engage you in conversation. If you approach me, I'll listen to what you have to say. However, you're not owed more of my time than, like, whatever it takes to acknowledge whatever it is that you're trying to say. Now, I don't mind conversation, but I don't do this little chit-chat with people who I don't really connect with. You know, it's not my thing. So yeah, it's a form of imprisonment.
Spectre, right?
I like Loneliest. I don't know what it is about him. I just really like him. I also really like the Turian's design in general, so.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for Maiko's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeus. And a matriarch came through.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What was that about synthetic insights?
Scuttlebutt says Laura Keene was on the take. So Analea shut down SI's offices. Quiet-like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
I think part of the reason why I like him is because he contrasts so much with the characters around him here on Noveria. Like he said, everyone's too corporate, right? Laura Keene, Annaleas, Gianna Parasini, even Matsuo and Kiara Sterling, who, well, she's not corporate, but she's definitely not someone who I want to talk to. But he's kind of a breath of fresh air. He's just a down-to-earth mechanic. He's just, yeah, what's good? What's going on? So I really like him. He always sticks in my head.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Yeah, never mind Annaleas' name and picture. This is definitely my garage pass. Like, why would Annaleas even need a pass? He runs the whole facility. And why would he ever go to the garage anyway?
So that's what the Asari had.
Where are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Yeah, that was something that they did in the console that thought was really weird that they didn't have that available when this first came out. I was like, wait, I remember using that. Why is that not a thing anymore? So mods. Not the Twitch mods. Just modifications. Not moderator.
What did you do here, Commander?
Only what I had to. I didn't ask the Geth to attack.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
The Asari bitch came with a bunch of cargo. They were probably packed in those.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Which brings up questions about their weapon screening protocols. Like, how did you miss all of those Geth? Like, you scanned her crates. You scanned her cargo. How did you miss Geth? I just wish you could drive this thing. Yeah, how did you miss crates packed with Geth? The Geth have weapons. They have explosives, they have guns, they have lasers. Like, how did you miss that? Hang on. We're not going to put the helmet on Rex because, like with Shepard, okay, you can see his face. And he's got a visor. Same with Liara. Rex would not use a helmet. he would not. I also never liked the hazard system for these planets, because level 1 hazard, it's cold. Okay. It would have to be really damn cold for, like, the suits that they're wearing to... Because you look, you get the little thing in the bottom right corner, that little gauge. You know, as it gets up, like, we're talking matters of minutes and you're gonna die of cold? I don't think so. But granted, I live in a place where it gets really damn cold in the winter. And maybe Shepards from, like, Arizona or a place like Arizona or California where it gets to 60 degrees and you're just digging for a sweatshirt or a coat because you're like, it's too cold, I can't, we're gonna freeze to death. Like, maybe, but you wouldn't actually die. Oh. Something you want to share. Right. Talking about being a Mass Effect fan for a long time. This. It's just a magnet. Place to hang headphones on. Which I should actually put back on here. I took it off one of my changed computers and I was changing my setup and I just never put it back there, but... yeah. Fucking love Mass Effect, man. It's so good. Like I said, problems with certain things aside, it is... there's just nothing quite like it. I also do like the original Dragon Age Origins. I'm not a huge fan of 2, and I did not even finish Inquisition. I don't even think I made it most of the way through Inquisition. It's just something about the tone and the way it played, I didn't really like anymore. I think it started with Dragon Age 2, where, I don't know, something about... I like the original Dragon Age because it was kind of a nitty-gritty, like, kind of depressing and downer game. You know, you got this whole, like, end-of-the-world whole scenario that was going on, and I really liked the way that it was done, and 2 started, like, lightening the tone a little bit, and kind of simplifying some things, and I don't know. Just kind of lost my interest. In the same way Andromeda lost my interest in Mass Effect, which I did play through all of Andromeda. I actually was kind of looking forward to future DLCs, because I played it when it came out. I pre-ordered Andromeda. And I beat the game within a matter of a day or two. So, before all of the fallout, before everything kind of went to crap, I was looking forward to playing more of it. I was looking forward to hearing about the Quarian arc. I had interest. And then they announced, oh yeah, there's no DLC for this game. There's never any DLC for this game. There's never any plan for anything more. Which was total bullshit. I mean, I don't think anyone believed that. Oh yeah, we never had any plans to support this game. Like, no, you did. You did, and then the game flopped, and you kind of had to cancel it. You're just trying to save face. Which I don't think was totally necessary. There was some criticism levied at the game. Like, a lot of criticisms levied at the game. Which, fair. A lot of it wasn't... Most of it was earned criticism. There were a lot of bugs. I had a clip where it started a mission and Liam was just standing there, and then mission starts, and then he goes... just, through a container up through the roof of whatever. I think it was on the cat ship. It was, could have been a lot better. But, that said, it had interesting places to go. I thought. I thought that if they would have... They should have been faster on the patch. They should have communicated better. But I think if they had been quicker on the patches, don't wait until you've got everything fixed. Acknowledge, day one, okay, we see the response, we're aware of problems, we apologize for this, we are currently working on fixes, we will be releasing those as we fix them. And then come out and say, okay, in addition, we are committed to delivering on this game, and we're going to release a free DLC or something. There was a way to salvage Andromeda. I don't believe that Andromeda was doomed from the start.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
We will need to get the reactors back online.
Well, having said all that, I only played through Andromeda once. Most of that... Well, I have played it a couple times before, but I've only finished it once. And a lot of that has to do with the planets, the exploration. I hated having to, unlock parts of the map through, the terraforming thing. I hated that. And the fact that I love the design of the rover in Andromeda. That was a great design. I love the design of that rover. But the fact that when you first get it, it can't even climb a 10-degree incline was so frustrating. It was so frustrating. Man, that was painful. That was painful.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
I don't even need to grab this stuff. I just do it out of habit. Also, I really like the fact that Mass Effect 1's armor, the back of the helmet, is connected to the backpack there, which, makes sense because you can seal it and it's a fully enclosed space suit. excuse me, sealed against like vacuum. Where in Mass Effect 2 and 3 they do away with that. And I have the helmet. I like Mass Effect 2 and 3's armor. I just have such a preference for number 1. Oh, there he is. Biotics always catch me off guard. Where's that enemy? I can't see him. Oh, he's up there.
What was that?
So the reason why I don't normally bring
panic attack. I'll protect you.
one of the reasons why I don't normally bring the biotic companions, because I find that really frustrating. Although it can be funny when like there's a huge open like canyon and they end up dropping down the canyon.
What were those? Shepard, that is a backup power system for the station mainframe.
No shit.
So whack it and turn this thing on.
I love Rex. How can you not love Rex?
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
So there's a puzzle here that pretty much everyone who plays this game hates. Everyone hates this puzzle. I like this puzzle. And I don't know if it's... One of the reasons I like this puzzle is because it reminds me of Knights of the Old Republic. Because this exact same puzzle exists in Knights of the Old Republic on Korriban in the Sith tombs. It's not a bad puzzle. However, if you don't understand it, it can be really aggravating. Now, Knights of the Old Republic did one thing good with this puzzle, and that was to explain the rules up front. However, Knights of the Old Republic, being a game that came out on like the original Xbox, didn't implement it great because it took for fucking ever. Anyone who complains about this puzzle, I challenge you, go play Knights of the Old Republic. Go to Korriban and do the whole thing until you get to the Sith tomb at the end of the... I forget whose tomb it was. Marco Ragnos? No, Ragnos is on... I'm thinking of... Anyway, go do the Korriban missions in Knights of the Old Republic, do this puzzle, and then talk to me, right? Because the way it's implemented here is so much better. So that's probably part of why I like it. It has, one, nostalgia for Knights of the Old Republic, but two, I remember how frustrating it was, and this is so much easier. It's so much better. Such a better implementation. Also, I love the sting after you finish it, because it's very James Bond, and I don't understand why. So, this is the puzzle, right? You have to move all the stacks from module 1 on the left to module 3 on the right. And you have to move them top to bottom, and you cannot put, like, if I put the first one here, I can't put that one on the middle. I have to put it over here. And then I can put this one. So they've got to be stacked, right? You can't put a lower where there's already a higher. But with that said, you can do like this, which is important, because that's the thing you kind of have to do. It's not that hard to figure out, right? It's really not. I love that sting. It's great. Fucking chef's kiss. Perfect.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Fucking Clippy. But anyway, I don't understand the frustration with that puzzle. I really don't. It's not that hard. At this point in the game, it's really not hard to get 100 Omni Gel either if you want to do a manual fix. I don't get the bitching about it. I really don't. But I've seen so many people complain about that puzzle specifically. Granted, it's also a puzzle that doesn't really exist anywhere else. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the game. And kind of comes out of nowhere. Fine. But at the same time, it's not hard. It's really not hard. And I think it's a really good puzzle.
How do I shut this thing up?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation 2 breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency
Come on,
containment
shut up, Mira.
Manual restart required.
Yes, I know. Manual restart required. Manual restart required. Shut the hell up! Just gonna say it like 3 more times before we finish.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
Just jump off. Did I just see a cat jump off the wall and straight down? Because I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know if he came back up or not, but... Also, seen people criticize Shepard for only being able to sprint that far. It was like, okay. But he's also, like, jogging literally all the time. So, you make the argument that, yeah, he only sprints for a little bit, but he's pretty much always running. So, if he can just, like, do his sprints once in a while, like, have you sprinted? Have you sprinted in between running? You do get tired. I mean, Special Forces soldier and all that, but still. One thing I'm not a huge fan of. Granted, I understand it's a part of the game design, right? All these elevators. I get it. They break up the level design so that you can load different levels in a way that's kind of organic and it doesn't feel like you don't get a bunch of loading screens.
It appears that the trams to the subsidiary stations are beyond it.
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself. Because he was part of whatever happened here.
Among my people, a suicide's body would be left for scavengers. The Nathak will get to him eventually.
Yeah, I understand the levels are part of the game design, right? We're gonna subtly load different areas, like we could preload the basics, but to load the details, like let's save some room and we'll put these elevators so that, you know, we can organically avoid loading screens. We can increase the level design without having a bunch of loading screens. It'll be fine. It'll be cool. And I get that. But there's a shit ton of elevators in this game.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
We've never seen anything like them. What do you know?
I'm no xenobiologist. They're fast, vicious, and there's a hell of a lot of them. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Venezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
I always forget that I can direct them where to go.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
They always attack here? It's an obvious kill zone.
Their only other option is over the mountain and down through the ducts, and they freeze like everyone else. I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Uncertain. I welcome you.
I heard there were some problems up here.
For now, with forced cheer.
This doesn't seem like the time for commerce.
With nervous amusement. I have nothing else to do. Why not continue to run my kiosk?
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
Again, not something I'm very proud of. I don't like doing it. I find it distasteful. So in case it's not obvious, again, I'm playing this kind of assuming that anyone who watches it will have beaten Mass Effect before. But, in case it's not obvious, you're not supposed to go through that door. At all. You're really not supposed to go through that door.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shep.
Look, Blake doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
Oh.
I'm unarmed. I'm unarmed.
Yeah. Anyway. So you're not supposed to go through that door. There's plenty of other ways to do this. And it's only going through that door that really has them trying to kill you. And I'm doing that because, well, worst possible outcome, right? Kill a bunch of innocent people who are just trying to survive. Okay, this way. I got kind of tunnel vision on the very obvious enemy.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
This is one of those fights I really hate. Mainly because I hate fighting the biotics in this game because they can just stun lock you for extended periods and it's incredibly frustrating. But when you're playing on casual difficulty with, you know, max stats and the best weapons, it's not nearly as bad. Which is good, because I don't feel like throwing any more controllers this year. There we go. Another enemy somewhere? What the fuck's going on? Oh, there we go.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions. Briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Unpopular opinion. I think Marina Sirtis does a better job here acting as Benezia for her short tenure as Benezia in this game than she did in most of the Next Generation. I like her as an actor. I think she's done some fantastic work, but I actually really like her delivery in a lot of these lines. Like, I know that may not be... I know that's an unpopular opinion. That's why I say unpopular opinion. But I do think it's true.
The ship that attacked Eden Prime? I didn't think anything that size could land on a planet.
It has a very powerful Mass Effect drive, but that is not Sovereign's true power. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Tell me where the Mu gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... Oh, you should...
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
And this is what I fucking hate about fighting biotics. Ah! Like I said, stun lock.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to justify what I said. A lot of Star Trek The Next Generation does not really use Marina Sirtis well. It doesn't use Beverly Crusher well, Gates McFadden either. In fact, Next Generation, as far as female characters, I think the best one is actually Whoopi Goldberg as Guinan, because I think she's actually used really well. She's given her niche. She's given a real set of personality traits, where Gates McFadden and Marina Sirtis as Crusher and Troy kind of just flowed with whatever the story really needed. And I think the show did a disservice to both of them as far as their acting. Now, that's not to say she didn't have really great scenes, although I would argue that the movies used her better than the show most of the time. Even though the movies didn't really use either of them too extensively, I did really like her in Marina Sirtis in First Contact. I thought that was great. But here, overall, she's got a good range of emotion. She's got really good line deliveries. I think she sells the conflicted things that are going on in her head better than she sometimes did in TNG. And I think some of that might have had to do with the direction, because there are some lines that even Patrick Stewart had his flat lines in The Next Generation, although he had a much higher hit rate than most of the other actors. But again, I don't think the show utilized her properly. And I think that Mass Effect, even for its limited time that she has in it, I think it utilizes her a lot better.
You're free of the indoctrination again?
I still hear it like metal on metal, squealing and reverberating.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
One thing I don't like about Benezia is she's just very well endowed. to the point where I think it's kind of just freaking ridiculous. I'm also not a boot man in general, so that doesn't help, but...
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
The Krogan wiped the Rachni out 1,000 years ago.
The sky is quiet now. Our mother's songs are lost. And those who slew us now walk to meet the same fate.
We're not gonna die, bitch.
The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us.
Needlemen.
They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
Also, what is 16 to an Asari? So, like, because she's barely an adult, so that means... I don't know. 16 would be, like... Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm more than willing to wipe them out.
Such discordance bodes ill for what we must compose here. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
There are acid tanks rigged up on that thing. Set them off. Millions of my ancestors died to put these things down. Don't let them come back.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
And so that's why I don't normally bring Rex along, because I normally just free the Rachni. For the fact that this Rachni is innocent, and two, because, well, it's the best outcome in Mass Effect 3. So I don't like bringing Rex, because he's got not a personal stake, but a cultural stake in this whole exchange. And so it feels a little weird to bring him along, and then he's arguing like, no, execute the fuckers.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
Make your peace with the galaxy. The Rachni are a dead race.
No, stop feeling and think. Even if you disagree with Asari morals, you must see she could be an ally.
What's the matter? Are the Asari looking for a new species to cuddle up with?
Is our kind so frightening? You would seek our silence if you cannot muffle our songs? If you cannot have us as your obedient claws?
This time, stay dead.
We will not embrace the great silence.
Feels bad, man. Feels really bad. Yeah, I don't like that. I really don't like doing that. Yeah, no. Not a good time. Wait, hot labs. Yeah, I don't like killing the Rachni Queen. Because, yeah, spoiler, keeping her alive is actually the best outcome for Mass Effect 3. And it just feels bad because, like, she's telling the truth. Was an egg, was not around during the Rachni Wars. You know, the children are mad from being separated from her. It's just, I don't like it. And then she's fighting for her life there at the end. It's like, Yaroslav Tartakovsky, which always reminds me of Gennady Tartakovsky.
Are you here to secure the situation?
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Tiara destruct. I have not so much time. I die under ice. Is not so bad death. I am born in Arkhangelsk. There is closure.
I need the purge code, Tartakovsky.
Code is 875-020 079. You tell Mira that. Then tell her Code Omega local execution. Everything run automatic from there. You leave quickly, yes? I will become puddle of goo. But I am thinking I will not care so much.
This guy talks a lot.
This is all for me. I am thinking. I try to think of good, inspiring last words. Maybe something like...
I'm sorry, it's funny because he's like, I have this memory of going to watch the Matrix Revolutions, the third Matrix film, in the theater with my mother. And I remember sitting there, and it's the scene after that Neo and Trinity crash into the Machine City, and she's impaled. And I just remember my mom just die already. Just let Trinity die. Oh my God, just die. Like, and that's what I'm thinking of here, because it's like you have a hole in your torso, straight through your torso. How are you still talking? Like, what are you doing? Granted, that was also modded content. Normally, he gets impaled and then thrown across, and then you just, once you kill the Arachni, you go to his body and you click obtain purge code or whatever it is. There's no dialogue there. That's restored dialogue from cut content via mod.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I'm gonna do this just because it's funny.
Sic semper
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
He's got much better memory than I do. I wouldn't have even remembered the first two numbers. I already don't remember the first two numbers.
Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evac.
And that's Novaria, pretty much. I mean, you could still do the smuggling, and I think that's about it for secondary objectives or side missions on this planet. But yeah, that's Novaria. In under 2 hours. Nice. I still got to go to the Normandy and have a little after mission discussion. If I remember right, Laura Keene becomes the administrator to Port Han Chan in the event Annelius is killed. Or no. I think just in general he becomes the administrator, even if he's arrested. Oh. He doesn't really come back all that much, so... I like doing that occasionally, where you just press the elevator button from as far away as you can and then just pop in. I know, it's weird, but you get a little bit of satisfaction out of it. Just a little. Look at that shit. And I probably will do the smuggling the package, just... I'll do that when I do,
Stand by, shore party.
I'm gonna do an
Decontamination
offline, non-stream,
in
like,
progress.
finishing certain side missions, so...
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu Relay?
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Yeah!
Setting up the link now,
Yeah,
Commander.
let's talk to the council.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
Whoops.
And we're out.
I just love doing that. I love doing that, man.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now.
Don't tell me,
One
Ashley.
of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Which is fucking... I don't understand the rank thing with the Alliance. I should probably go back in the Codex and look through it again. But Gunnery Chief, like, I guess there is a warrant officer, like you're like an actual like weapons warrant officer in the Marine Corps, something like that. I don't know if that's what they're trying to allude to, like she's a warrant officer of some kind or what, but it just, I don't know, man.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise.
Such a
She
trope.
has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Ask me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
I hate this fucking story. I hate it a lot because it...
Sounds like a story. Feel like
I think I'm gonna skip through this story because I don't like it. It's...
Close enough to talk regularly.
Oh
too
my
far to
god.
make it back in an emergency.
Sounds like that's a...
I took emergency leave and walked. I said it was her call to me. They do great.
So
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand. I swear, she just flowed when she hugged before, and she hugged. The Williams women are decisive.
And she
launch
hugged him.
commander.
I fucking
We do
hate that.
things when we're ready.
I hate that story. I hate a lot of things about that story, but that ending just like... The fuck is wrong with you? Like... I don't like it. I don't like it. You can deal with... You can watch someone else. You can play the game yourself. You can find that story. That is actually... I just... Oh my god, I hate that.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
This is another thing I don't like about Ashley. I'm not... I just can't get along with her attitude. It's not that I don't believe in an afterlife, I just don't like her attitude about it. I don't know.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
I'll look forward to our next talk.
You should. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. You made the right decision, Skipper. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
So my normally the way they play these games, I do enjoy pursuing the romance options. Playing as male Shep 90% of the time, unless I'm doing a specific run for specific things. As male Shep, I romance Liara. As fem Shep, it could be Liara, it could be Caden. Either way, primarily Liara though. And Liara I like mainly for lore reasons. If you play through the whole trilogy, you can romance Liara, then rekindle romance with Liara in 2, and then keep it going in 3. So she could be a consistent romance option. And I like her for reasons towards the end that I can also talk about later. But I like Liara as a romance option. I don't really like Ashley. I don't jive with her. I don't like her attitude with the whole fate thing. I don't like her attitude, like the way she talks about certain things. She gets on my nerves. She's not a character who I would choose to be friends with. I can deal with her. She's fine. But if I worked with her in real life, she's not someone who I would go out of my way to talk to. So, it's runs like these where I romance her, but not usually any other time.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago.
That's an area where I think Shepard's voice lines are a little too
out near the edges of
aggressive.
The systems.
I think it could have been softer.
They paid well, and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
you bet, Commander.
Oh, hello.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
So I romance Liara in the first game. And for lore reasons, and like if we're talking about my head canon, like what is the canon story for Shepard, I do think Liara is the best canon romance. But I do have a soft spot for Tali. I do like to romance Tali in the second game. Not a huge fan of Miranda. I don't really like Jack. Although I would put either of them above Ashley. Honestly. I'm not a huge Ashley fan. I don't get the appeal. What is the appeal with her? I don't know. But Tali is normally my other romance choice. If I'm playing FemShip, I like Kaidan. I like Kaidan a lot. I still like Liara. It's one of the reasons why I like her as the canonical romance, because she works regardless of male or female. But I do like Kaidan. And then Mass Effect 2, if I do romance another character, never Jacob. Never go for Jacob. I don't know why anyone ever would. There's a whole video on it. I gotta find that video because it's in my favorites, but talking about Jacob is worse than you think, and they're absolutely right. I don't really like Thane as a romance option. It doesn't feel natural to me. I mean, he's a terminally ill Drell who's still... I mean, at his heart, he's still in love with his ex-wife. Not ex-wife, his dead wife. So it just doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right. I don't like it at all. I actually think Morden would have been funny, but it's also funny that he has a line where he's like, I'm not interested. Garrus, of course, is the only, for me, real choice if you're going to be FemShep and do romance in Mass Effect 2. I was a little disappointed that it didn't have, like... Jack could have been a dual option. I mean, so could Miranda, honestly. I don't think Garrus could have. Jacob could have been, I guess, either way. I don't know. I like in Mass Effect 3 that they make it a little more open. Like, you've got Traynor, and then you've got Cortez, even though I have my problems with both of their romance lines. I didn't like how, in Mass Effect 3, Ashley is still only available for male ship, but Kaidan is available for both. Kaidan can be bisexual, but Ashley can't. I don't get that. But, anyway.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side.
I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. It'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
I haven't heard anything about Canadics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yeah, they just have so much extra room on the ship. I like the Normandy SR-1. But I feel like the ship was kind of designed in a rough draft and then just kind of, like, let go. I don't think it was really looked at once the design was, finished the first time. I could be wrong, but you got a lot of space here and it just does not feel like a real ship. Where do people sleep? Where do they sleep?
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander. I get the feeling.
Tell me about yourself, Leo.
I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
This is one of the things about Liara. I actually really like her naivete. And as much as I like Liara in 2 and 3, I think that they kind of abandoned the naivete angle a little too much. I think it would have been really cool to do, like, her scene when you meet back up with her in Mass Effect 2. I think it would have been cool to do that, and then to turn around and have her do something super naive and kind of dorky again to show that underneath her new information broker facade, she's still the same kind of innocent kid. Like, I think that would have been really cool to have her still be a little bit, I know some people are going to cringe, I'm going to use this word though, adorkable. I don't know, certain characters were changed in 2 and 3, and I get that that's gonna happen. You get a new game, new project, new process, new writers, you got a new story you got to fit everyone into. There's just some things that I wish would have been a little bit different.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I should go. I never understood what this is supposed to be. Like, you could have put a crew roster or something there. That would have made sense. I suppose I could talk to Presley. I haven't talked to him at all this game.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you.
And he's
I'm
the
not
XO
sure about
now.
Having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
He got shot. What does Presley mean by that? Nihilus didn't betray anyone. He didn't fail. He got betrayed and shot by Saren, another Turian. Another Turian Spectre. So what the fuck does Presley mean by that?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Anderson was the captain, and Shepard was operating as the executive officer, the number 2. Then Anderson leaves. Commander Shepard takes command of the ship, becomes the captain, because captain is not just a rank, it's also a posting. Or post, whatever you want to call it. But Commander Shepard is the commander of the ship now, and Presley is the XO. Yeah, look how many people we have here. You got both the security on each side. You have 2 security back there by the communications. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not to mention there's, what, 2 people downstairs? Like 17, plus Joker, Commander Shepard. Oh yeah, all the engineers down in engineering. Like, you've got, like, 30-some people on the ship? Something like that. Where do they sleep? I don't get it. Anyway, let's hear what Joker has to say about Noveria.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Noveria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Oh.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
God, he's funny. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. It's getting late and it's a weekday, so... Yeah. Noveria's finished. Still got Pharos, and then we're going to have... I think I need to...
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel.
Yeah, I got to do this
Top priority
conversation
clearance.
first.
I'll take it in the comm room.
I don't know why that glitched out. Counselor Tevos, the Asari counselor. Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
So, yeah. We finished Noveria. And now we will have Vermeer and Pharos. The way I like to play this game, I always recruit Liara first. I always do Noveria second, although you could do Pharos second. But I always leave, well, I do Noveria then Pharos. You could do Pharos then Noveria. But I always leave Vermeer for last. And I leave it for last because with the structure of the story, I think it works the best. And I'll go into that a little more when we get to Vermeer and do, we do, when we get to the boss fight on Vermeer, I'll talk a little more about it. But anyway, that is all I have for tonight, so see you next time.